What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. We're going to go ahead and get a reading for our awesome Divine Feminine Collective, y'all. Let's just see what is up for the day or for whenever it is that you tune into this message. My intention is to provide you with the messages you need to hear at the time you need to hear them. Okay, so let's ring the sound bowl. We'll call in spirit and then we will get this party started. Here we go. Right, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, what is the overall vibe? What is going on for our beautiful Divine Feminine Collective? Okay, here we go. Interesting. We just did a spiritual message, I believe yesterday, and this time to go energy popped out. So interesting that it's coming up again, as well as the blessed and the higher power. Look, our collective here of divine feminines. Wow. We also have 2 to see at the bottom of the deck. So just letting you know, we've got this vibe, divine feminine, that you are very much in line, in tuned with your higher self, with spirit, with the divine. You really are focusing on yourself, your blessings, counting your blessings, being grateful, really just noticing all the little things and the big things in your world that you have, and you're in the energy and vibration of feeling blessed, which is absolutely incredible for when we are trying to bring in more into our lives. But there is a vibe here which is really healthy, that you are satisfied with what you have, where you are, and again, just mostly working on raising your vibration so that you can bring in those things that you are trying to manifest. Now, with the energy of time to go, and even with this to the sea, there is there's a feeling or a calling that you have currently, and we have imagine here. Imagine. Okay, so there's a feeling and a calling that perhaps there's somewhere else that you need to be at the moment. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pack your bags and go on a trip, but some of you may be called to a different area in the world. I'm just going to put it like that, in the world. But some of you, maybe it's like a different home or a different job or a different something. There's something here where you are feeling called to make some type of change. Now, this calling is coming from your higher self or coming from the divine, and it feels like it's just time to go. You're needed elsewhere at the moment. Okay, so if you are currently experiencing a feeling like this, divine feminine, I would encourage you to go ahead and tap into your imagination. Now, really get into this is giving like working on manifestations as well, right? Trying to attract new and different circumstances only because you feel called to do so. Okay. But yeah, so get into that imagination, right? I feel like there's something you're picking up on energy, that there's something bigger, there's something better, there's something more for me out there. So there's this like drive to kind of explore and co-create with the universe and co-create with spirit, or really get into those deepest desires that you have within yourself, okay, within your higher self, coming from your higher self in your heart. Really imagine yourself in that space where you feel you need to be. Okay, so that is a very powerful manifestation tool. And I feel like this is a message that's coming through. So let's see what this is all about. I really want to use the Golden Tarot, or this, I don't even know if that's the real name, but I really like this vibe of this deck, okay? Because I'm feeling like, I'm not saying here, Divine Feminine, that where you are isn't good enough for you or anything like that. Again, because you're feeling very blessed. You're feeling like, you know, appreciative of where you are, what you have, your circumstances currently, or even if you're not, you could be faking it until you make it, which is also a very powerful tool for manifestation, putting yourself in that energy and that vibration so that you can attract the things that you desire into your world. So either way, I feel like there's an energy here of completion and closure, Divine Feminine, where you feel like you've learned a lesson, or you feel like your purpose has been served in a certain space, okay, in a certain space in your world. So let's get some tarot and see what messages come through here for our Divine Feminines who are in this energy of really being drawn towards creating something new in their world, okay? Creating something new. So far, this has nothing to do with the Divine Masculine, but this is part of your journey, your personal journey. Okay, Divine Feminine, what do we have? The Eight of Swords. Okay, well, this is very telling as to where you've been, and we'll get to where you are, and this is kind of the energy of why you're in this mode right now. I feel like for a long time, Divine Feminine, you may have felt very stuck or very trapped by circumstances, okay? Or even by your own thoughts. Sometimes the Eight of Swords speaks to a self-imposed prison where we don't feel like we can go anywhere. We feel like maybe there's too many obligations or responsibilities, or nothing I do will make a change. You know, nothing I can do will change my circumstance. You know, it is a different way of thinking. And I feel like you already have made some very important adjustments to this way of thinking where you're like realizing that, yes, you know what, there are steps that I can take to move myself out of these circumstances. And all it really takes, I mean, it's not always easy to quiet the mind or quiet the fear or the doubts or all of the reasons why we can't change something, right? You know, it's not as easy to do that as just saying it, right? But there is something here about taking the first step. Right? There's really truly nothing standing in your way except for your own thoughts that are really holding you back. Okay. There's always a way out of any situation. Usually it is the way we don't, you know, usually it can be something that we don't want to do, but you know, this is what drives change, right? Staying in comfortable spaces, or even if they're not comfortable, familiar is probably the better word. Staying in a familiar space is much easier than taking a leap of faith in order to change the circumstances in your world. Now, everybody goes through it. So there's no shame, there's no shade, okay? It's all part of life. That's why it's depicted in a freaking tarot card, because that's what tarot is here to do. It's like a map, seeing where you are, where you've been, where you're headed, right? So this is past energy. This is what brought you to this moment where you're like, okay, maybe I need to change the way I'm looking at the situation and switch vibes, right? We're going to switch channels. We're turning the channel basically, so that we can align with something that really does bring in that satisfaction, okay, or something new into your world. All right, so let's see where you are currently. Okay, I can see why, Divine Feminine, where you feel like you may not have wanted to make a change or to follow a different path, a different avenue, because there is a lot of frustration, and I'll tell you why. The frustration comes from having poured so much time, energy, effort, all your blood, sweat, tears, all the things, all the love in your heart, all your creative energy. You know, you've poured it into a certain project, person, place, thing, whatever this is here for you. I'm leaving it open in general because it could be many things to many different people tuning in. So you've poured your all into the situation, right? And you felt like the energy was really stuck. And there is an energy of being frustrated with that. Now, this is, I like to call this my watch pot never boils. And I'm sure y'all have heard that super old saying that if you're trying to boil a pot of water and you're standing there looking at it on the stove, you know, it's like nothing happens, you know, but the second you walk away or turn your back, you know, it's going crazy, right? You got the rolling bubbles happening, right? So this is the kind of vibe that's coming up here. So there's advice that comes along with the Seven of Pentacles, and I feel like you probably already know this, but it's like you've been maybe not wanting to let go or leave a certain situation in the past here because of what you've poured into it, the time and energy you've spent on fostering some kind of or building and growing something here. Whatever it is, Divine Feminine, it is advised to kind of put it on the back burner and go off and pursue something else. It doesn't mean that your efforts were wasted, your time was wasted. Nothing here was wasted. Your energy was not wasted. This thing will eventually come to fruition here, but now is not the time for it. Okay, so we're going to put something here on the back burner, and it's going to be okay to direct your focus in a totally different area, right? So especially if you're feeling called that it's time to let something go, or it's time to move forward or focus your energy, or even like completely move yourself to a new space, or, you know, whatever, jump timelines, you know, that kind of thing. It's really open here, but it's totally advised to go ahead and do so. It's going to be okay. And you're not abandoning this necessarily, okay? It's just, it's kind of in a stuck energy. Okay, and this could be referring to the relationship for some of you with your divine masculine, and that's okay, right? That's okay. So what's going on now? What is going on in your mind, in your heart? You know, let's get a snapshot of what's going on now for you, Divine Feminine. What's going on now for you, Divine Feminine? Okay, yes, this is a lot of stress going on. Okay, so we opened the reading with saying, like, yes, you are really trying to count your blessings. You're trying to tap in and to the support that you have from the divine, okay? But there's something here. It's like where you are currently, you are carrying so much stress. I don't know what's happening for you in your world, but it's causing a lot of sleepless nights. It's causing a lot of stress. It's causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of what ifs, you know, and especially as we are preparing for some kind of change. Now, before I go there, I just need to show you that I do see the Six of Wands, and we'll talk about that. So I'm just going to put it down at the bottom of the deck. You will be successful, and that's why I wanted to point this out right away. So there's when we are on the edge of making some kind of drastic change, or again, maybe leaving something behind here, feeling like it's time to go, we can become very much worried and wrapped up in all the what ifs, all the reasons why it won't work or why this wouldn't happen, or, you know, and spirit's like, you know, that's not going to help your manifestations. We don't want to bring in more of what we don't want, and what we don't want is what we usually worry about. So I know it's easier said than done, but there is a practice that I suggest. It is meditation. It is some sort of maybe even guided meditation or something here where you can bring yourself back into the moment. Maybe it's going out for a walk, connecting with nature, taking in some deep breaths. You can combine the two, meditation and walks in nature. I mean, you know, you can get two birds stoned at once there. And it's like, the thing is like, it's going to help you relieve some of the stress and anxiety around either what you're leaving behind, or you're just sick and tired of all the damn responsibilities falling on your plate, okay? Because I do feel like there's an overwhelm right now, Divine Feminine, and there is a desire at the same time to pursue a completely different way of being, way of living, way of working, way of loving, you know. You're ready to shift the energy in your world, because where you have been and where you currently are, it's just not giving fun. It's just not giving lightheartedness. It's not giving, you know, and I'm not saying that you aren't blessed, because in order, like, you are, there are, it's kind of a tricky energy, because I feel like where you are appreciative for maybe the people in your life, or the places, or the workspace, or the coworkers, or whatever it is. You're appreciative, but this desire, but you are overwhelmed at the same time. And the desire for a shift is much greater now, more than ever, I'm feeling. Okay, so just know that if you are going to pursue a new path here, Divine Feminine, you are supported in your efforts to do so. With the Six of Wands, it's going to be the right choice for you. Okay, things are going to work out for your greatest and highest good. And I'm not just saying that because that's what, but it's here. It's here. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. This is something that you're going to be very successful. It's going to be a successful endeavor here for you. It's actually also going to bring in peace and stability into your world. Not only that, but it may also thrust you into the spotlight. Now, for a lot of you, this is about the work that you do, self-mastery, a specific skill, talent, or gift that you would like to further develop or pursue this path, right? Look at where it leads here. We have the Queen of Pentacles even underneath that. So it's like you are on this journey to becoming, I want to not just say your own boss or something like that, but it is a feeling of having it all, and loving and appreciating yourself, your skills, your gifts, and really making your own, maybe making your own money, or getting that sense of stability and independence on what it is that you do. So for a lot of you, you could be inspired to, you know, maybe even like leave a 9 to 5 and start your own thing or something. It does not have to be about the work that you do in business. It can be honestly anything, but it's something that you value quite, you really truly value. You place a lot of value on it. And mostly it is something that you feel called to do. Okay. Now here's the heartache, the sadness, that's kind of under that. I feel like this is coming up to be acknowledged, Divine Feminine, that you've been through quite a bit. There's been a lot of pain, loss, and we all experience that. It's life. It's part of life. It's what we do. It's what happens, right? There are no guarantees for, just nobody can be happy all the time. We all get, feel the strife in our worlds. So what you're starting to look at, I feel like with this energy, Divine Feminine, is that you're starting to view the heartache, the sorrow, the sadness almost as if it was a blessing. Now, I'm not saying you don't deserve better, or you don't deserve to not be hurt, or like, you know what I mean. I don't want you to get it twisted here, because I feel like, yes, the pain, the challenges, those things make us stronger. But you know what? It's time for the Divine Feminine Collective to get a damn break. Okay, you shouldn't have to go through the suffering. It shouldn't have to make you stronger. You should be, feeling that you're okay to be in a space that is safe and nurturing and loving, and without these. I don't know why I'm getting like a very abrasive energy. Okay, so that could be where you are currently in the moment, but this specific situation that did cause all the pain and strife in your world, you are starting to view it as a blessing from the hindsight 2020 perspective. Whereas if you wouldn't have had gone through those moments of sorrow, you may not have connected with what truly what truly brings joy to your heart. Or you may not have had the time and space or the desire to express yourself in a creative way. Like, I feel like the pain has helped you connect with what it is that you are wanting to pursue now. So there is like a direct correlation there. So again, you are just shifting your focus at the moment, and I feel like it's very powerful for you. So if you are wondering whether or not you should make that move, or you should pursue this dream or this goal, or you should, if you're at this crossroad right now, Divine Feminine, where you're considering a new way of life, this is a message coming through from the divine, from your higher self, saying, yes, queen, go for it. Okay. This is your time. Because honestly, the divine does not want you to be feeling all of this heavy energy, or feeling stuck, and the more you stay or hold on to something that just isn't working, the harder and the heavier that it gets. Right? So one thing that we can always count on in this life is change, right? And so there is, because you have this calling to go in the new direction, I would suggest that you allow yourself to flow with that, and to develop your, I don't know, going back to the imagine energy, and at least start with meditation or imagining yourself. What would life look like? What would you want it to look like? Not what you think it might look like, because that's when we can get our thoughts kind of coming in and distorting that, or our fears or our doubts, or the ego, that kind of thing can come in and, wreck a plan. But, like really allow yourself to dream, really, really allow yourself to dream with no limitations, not telling yourself, oh, that's impossible. Because you know what? It's not. Nothing here is impossible. It all starts with, this point of attraction. And this is basically where you are right now, is really, really getting in touch with that point of attraction and following it, I guess. I mean, I this is like, I don't know what I don't know why. I just kind of, I feel like that's it. This is, you're getting in touch with your point of attraction. You're resetting. It's like you're resetting your vibration, divine feminine, so that you can come into alignment with what might seem like an impossible dream. And I feel like that's, it's a very magical time for you. It really is, because we say things like, we have all these cliche sayings like, the world is your oyster. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I mean, why oyster? I mean, the world, like, I like to look at it when you're at this moment. It's like you're sitting down in your favorite restaurant. This is a very good visualization that I've used in the past. It's worked for me. We're sitting down in your favorite restaurant, and on the menu is anything that you desire, right? And it's like the divine or the universe, whatever name you place on the higher power here, is your waiter coming over and saying, okay, well, what would you like? What would you like to experience? What adventure package are you interested in? Or, what would you like to eat it up in this life? What do you want to eat? What do you want to do? And that's and here's the coolest part about all of this, y'all, is that nobody wants the same things, and there's enough for everyone in this world, right? There really is. And so it's just about, switching the mindset. And I feel like that, again, it's a practice you're working on currently, divine feminine. So continue the good work, put in your order, and don't be shy. Get that extra dessert you want and those sprinkles on top, whatever it is for you, right? It will be available. Once you make that order, it doesn't mean that you just stop there. Okay, I want to make that clear, because once we put in our order, then it is up to us to show these acts of faith. And what I mean by that is by taking a step in the right direction, or in that direction, and maintaining your focus on what it is that you're putting into it, right? Like what it is that you're ordering from the universe. So if that means, like, say, okay, I want to go live in Peru. Okay, I'm just putting this out. I want to go live in Peru, and that's my dream, and I want to do this and that, whatever it is. Okay, I'm just an example. So what could I do? Even though it seems, impossible for me. I'm in Canada, so that's a pretty far way to go. How do you move all your stuff, all the things, whatever, putting it out there. Okay, so I feel like the first step that I could do to show an act of faith is I can immerse myself in learning how to speak Spanish, right? Or something. Like, there are little things that you can do. There are things that are in your control that can be done where you are working on the dream, right? And so I feel like divine feminine, this is just a message that's coming through. You're ready for it to co-create with the universe, right? And it's going to be amazing as you see new doors opening for you, as you remain in the energy of being thankful, being in the vibration of love and feeling blessed, and just kind of switching it up, switching up your vibe. It really will lead to a completely different life for you, and that's what you want right now, right? And this is it. This is the advice. I feel like it's a really good time here, divine feminine. I'm going to pull on the law of attraction cards that I have here, because it's very apropos. And then I'm also going to pull on an affirmation for you to work with. Yeah. And maybe I was thinking, okay, because I've been talking a lot about this tool that I've discovered for YouTube creators. And it is really awesome because it shows me what people are looking for. It shows me content gaps. It shows me, what some of y'all might be interested in beyond just the readings that are coming out. And I have seen there's quite a lot of searching for meditations. So I might start incorporating some guided meditations to help folks connect with things like, their purpose or their dreams, or even with, their counterparts and love and all the things, right? But their higher self, all kinds of meditation. So that's something that I'm feeling called to do. I feel like it's relevant. I don't know why I shared that with you, but it's very interesting. There might be some meditations that I can help you with, even coming down the line. So if you're new here, that is something like a little preview that's going to come down the line. If you want to subscribe, my loves, you can go ahead and do so. Not every divine feminine reading that we do is going to be in relation to the masculine. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just for you. And this is one that is just for you, divine feminine. Okay. All right. So let's get your little nugget of wisdom coming from Spirit here, the universe, the divine. What does the divine want you to focus on, want you to know as you are trying to create or pursue something that you feel like you're called to? You feel a strong calling. Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. What is this? I am a physical extension of source energy, which means that you can create whatever you want because you have source energy in you. You have the power. I like it. Okay. So everything in your physical environment was created from non-physical perspective by that which you can call source, right? Okay. Everything in your life. And just as source created your world, and you, through the power of focused thought, you, from your leading edge place in this time, space, reality, are continuing to create your world. And that's basically what you're doing here. So just knowing that you have the power to do this, you can absolutely create your world. You have that power within you. So it's just really by your focused intention and action and thought and, co-creating with the universe, which I have to see that was sitting underneath the imagine energy here for you. I feel like I want to take one more of these. Yeah. Okay, this is very important too. And that's what I was talking about the blessed energy. All right. I will love where I am right now, even if you don't, right? Okay, here we go. There is nothing you cannot be, do, or have, and we want to assist you in achieving that. But we love where you are right now, even if you do not, because we understand how joyful the journey to where you want to go will be. So that's a really great perspective and way to look at it. You can, even if you don't love where you are right now, you can really start to love and appreciate the journey that will take you to where you want to be. And looking at right now as this starting point, right? Like I stated, that point of attraction, this is where I'm starting. And I love that for me. I love that for my story. I love that for my journey. It's going to be a complete transformation and turnaround. And what better place to start than where I am right now? So it's a different take on, your circumstances, even though I can see they're very quite stressful right now. Okay, so let's get an affirmation for you. Let's get an affirmation for you, Divine Feminine. And I don't know what to call this reading. I never do. I need a title. I feel like when I'm looking at readings, the ones that say, oh, this is what you need to know right now, it's like I need more specifics than that. I don't know if I'm going to click on it. I don't know. So I try to steer away from those, but sometimes I get why they're called that because I don't know what to call it. All is well in my world. See, that's another affirmation to work with loving where you are right now too. Okay. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. Wow. I mean, you couldn't have asked for better messages to come out on top of what we've channeled here together. Amazing. All is well in my world. What a powerful space to create from, okay? All is well in my world forever, now and forevermore, okay? That's a great one. All right, Divine Feminine, I'm sending you a lot of love. Thank you so very much for being here. If you are new to our tribe, I would invite you to subscribe at this point. I mean, it's free to do, and we'd love to have you join us here. But yeah, that being said, I am going to come back with another reading. I'm sending you All my love, take care, and have a blessed day. Hi everyone, it's Alishia here from Turning Tides Tarot, and I'm super stoked to introduce to y'all my very unique and first product that I've created myself. And as far as I know, there's nothing like it out there on the market. It is called the Instant Oracle. I'm really pumped about it. Okay, so what it is, it's this cute little package, right? And inside you have four cards that look like this. And on the other side, there is this beautiful holographic type of material here, and it says scratch to reveal your messages. So it's kind of sweet, because if you ever have like a burning question and you just kind of, almost like a fortune cookie, you know, it's a little bit of fun. They make excellent gifts. What you do is you focus on your question, and the instructions are on the package here. So the top, it says, think of your situation, and you can scratch or peel if you don't like the little scratchy stuff in your nails, to reveal your oracle message. So that's what we do. So we think about our question, whatever it might be, and then boom, you reveal your message, right? Now the second step, the second portion of this, which is really fun, is it says, you know, ask a yes or no question and then scratch or peel to reveal your answer, and you will get it here. Now, I have created over 500 unique messages, okay? There are no doubles, and they've all been shuffled and randomly picked, and it's super fun. It's a really fun experiment, and it's a really fun gift. It's a really fun thing to do with your friends or whatever, for yourself. And I guess it's kind of like a new take on oracle readings, or, you know, little, you know, like, I don't know, it's fun. It's so much fun. And I've tested it out with a lot of people here, you know, just friends and family, and everybody gets a real big kick out of doing the scratching to reveal your messages. So if you are interested in trying this out, shipping is free. I just need your mailing address. It does only require like an envelope and a stamp, so it's super easy. Yeah, and I will drop the link in the video here if you're interested in doing this or gifting it to someone. I'd really appreciate your support, and also your feedback to see how it worked out for you, right? It is a completely random selection that you get, and there's just something very magical. Everybody who has used the product in the testing stages has definitely said how accurate they were, so that is a lot of fun to do. Anyways, I will drop the link below, and if you're interested in supporting in any type of way this brand new product, again, there is nothing else like it on the market that I have been able to find. So check out the Instant Oracle and let me know what you think. Cheers.
I got my wish, you know for sure when it's all done. She said she was a beautiful wish.